Ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise and welcome our distinguished guests with a huge round of applause as they grace us with their presence.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, professors, members of management, participants, and our dear audience. And we welcome you all to this grand inaugural ceremony of Xavier's Youth Parliament 2024, organized by Xavier Debate Club.
Xavier Debate Club is one of the most active club of our institution. Deliberations and discussions on any forum helps us with viable solutions and perceptible changes, live and in society at large. And forum like Xavier's Youth Parliament amplifies this spirit by simulating the parliamentary proceedings, providing a hands-on experience in governance and diplomacy.
We have a tradition of lamp lighting ceremony before we start any event. And for this, we invite on stage Father Dr. Shaila Rehana, our chief guest of the day, Father Joseph Sebastian S.J., Rector, St. Xavier's College of Management and Technology, Patna, Father Dr. Martin Porras S.J., our principal, Professor Vidyanand Chaudhary, convener, Xavier's Youth Parliament.
May we now invite on stage Father Dr. Sushil Bilung S.J., our Vice Principal, to bring the Holy Lamp from Sarvadharm Samabhav Pratnalaya, which is the sanctum sanctorum of our college. We have placed different scriptures like the Holy Bible, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and the Holy Quran. The backbones of this event, our convener and committee head. May we now request our chief guest to felicitate our convener, Mr. Vidyanand Chaudhary, Professor, Department of Economics, St. Xavier's College of Management and Technology, Patna, with a shawl and a sapling.
Ma'am, we request you to be on stage. We also request Father Joseph Sebastian S.J., our rector, to come on stage and felicitate her with a shawl and a sapling. Our convener and committee head. May we request Assistant Professor Mario Martin to felicitate our convener, Mr. Vidyanand Chaudhary, Professor, Department of Economics, with a shawl and a sapling. May we again request Mario sir to kindly felicitate our committee head, Dr. Ashok Kumar, former coordinator, Department of Commerce.
Moving forward, may we now invite on stage Father Dr. Sherry George S.J., Director, Central Library, and request him for the inaugural address.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Shaila Rehana, former HOD, Department of English, Patna Women's College, honored guests, esteemed delegates, dear colleagues and beloved students. As we come together for this momentous occasion of the first edition of Saviour's Youth Parliament, I am filled with pride and optimism to witness the enthusiasm and dedication that each of you carries with you. Your presence today is a testament to your dedication to nurturing leaders for tomorrow. We are honored to have you with us. Today, as we are going to engage in the enriching experience of Youth Parliament, it is imperative to recognize the essence of our democratic values deeply embedded in the Constitution of India. In the current socio-cultural political landscape, we find ourselves at a crossroads where these cherished values face formidable challenges. The rise of counterculture ideologies marked by fanaticism and intolerance poses a direct threat to the principles of fraternity and secularism. It is our collective responsibility as the torch bearers of tomorrow to confront these challenges head-on and to reaffirm our commitment to the ideals that define us a nation. Let me remind you, my dear students, that our strength lies in our unity amidst diversity. Freedom of expression, a fundamental right enshrined in our Constitution, stands as a pillar of our democracy. However, we will witness instances today where this right is curtailed, stifling the voices of dissent and diversity. As students, it is essential to uphold the individual right of people to express themselves freely, even in the face of adversity. Let us do so with a firm commitment to upholding the values of fraternity, secularism, freedom of expression, and individual rights. Together, let us march forward with courage, conviction, and compassion. For it is in our hands to shape the destiny of our nation and safeguard the values we hold dear. As we embark on this journey of political discourse, I urge each of you to stay true to the values that define us as a nation. Let us embrace diversity, champion secularism, defend freedom of expression, and uphold the rights of every individual regardless of their background or beliefs. I thank you for giving me this opportunity to address the gathering. May this be a transformative experience for all. May we emerge stronger and more united in our resolve to uphold the values of our Constitution.
Our chief guest of the day, Dr. Shahla Rehana, former head Department of English, Patna Women's College, Patna University. Ma'am, there are good number of articles and research articles to your credit, and you are published in journals of national and international repute.
I'm happy to see so many young faces. I thank Father Martin for having me here. Frankly speaking, I've never been to a youth parliament. I thought I will be asked to speak at the end because each day as we are more and more becoming slave to social media and electronic media, we find that there is a tendency towards moving from journalism to discussion and debate only on television. So that kind of a debate is known as debate. So we might disagree with each other, there may be difference of opinion, but that should not result in conflict. We must agree to disagree. So in the youth parliament, those who will be discussing issues in the mock youth parliament, so as parliamentarians, they will be the representative of people, they will be the voice of people. So discussion is very important in life. At a micro level also, you will find that in a family you need to discuss things with people. because I have to support my point with data. And how should we get this data? This data should be recent data. So I cannot, if I'm talking about literacy figures, I cannot talk about literacy figures in 2002. The source of the data is important. So which is not only important for research, as I told you, it's also important for debate. And another point that I wanted to add was here that how do we become a good nationalist? The best way to become a good nationalist is to do our small work in the most sincere way. And that will make us enough of a nationalist. I thank you for giving me a patient hearing. Congratulate all the organizers who have organized this event. Thank you so much.
May we now invite Professor Vidyanand Chaudhary, convener, Xavier's Youth Parliament, and request him to felicitate the panel heads and chairperson. The panel head for Rajya Sabha is Dr. Anamika Pandey, a visiting faculty at Patna Science College, Patna University, Patna. Ma'am, you are also impaneled as guest faculty and trainer at Development Institute of Management, Patna.
Our panel head for Lok Sabha, Ms. Ajita Jha, is an alumna of Symbiosis, Pune. Ma'am, you are an experienced English content writer and have been associated with our institution for last few years as language trainer.
Now, I request Anisha Bharti, Chair for Lok Sabha, to come on stage and receive her gavel. Thank you, Anisha.
May we now invite Daksh Rajwansh, Chair for Rajya Sabha, to come on stage and receive his gavel. Next up, we have a special performance by Xavier Theatre Club. Let's give a big round of applause to the members of Xavier Theatre Club and welcome them with the silent act.
One teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Education is one of the blessings of life and one of its necessities. But things did not remain the same. Women were flogged. People were killed. And our beautiful dreams turned into nightmares. Education went from being a right to being a crime. When my world suddenly changed, my priorities changed too. I had two options. One was to remain silent and wait to be killed. And the second was to speak up and then be killed. I chose the second one. Terrorists tried to stop us. But neither their ideas nor their bullets could win. We survived. And since that day, our voices have grown louder and louder. Why is it that countries which we call strong are so powerful in creating wars but are so weak in bringing peace? Why is it that giving guns is so easy but giving books is so hard? Why is it that making tanks is so easy, but building schools is so hard? We are living in the modern age, and we believe that nothing is impossible. And today, I'm very happy that we are together fighting for an important cause. This award is not just for me. It is for those forgotten children who want education It is for those frightened children who want peace. It is for those voiceless children who want change. I'm here to stand up for their rights, to raise their voice. It is not time to pity them. It is time to take action. So it becomes the last time that we see a child deprived of education. Not just the politicians and the world leaders. We all need to contribute. Me, you, we. That sees empty classrooms, lost childhoods, and wasted potentials. Let this be the last time that a girl or a boy spends their childhood in a factory. Let this be the last time that a girl is forced into early child marriage. Let this be the last time that a child loses life in war. Let this be the last time that we see a child out of school. Let this end with us. Let's begin this ending together, today, right here, right now.
Thank you, Xavier Theatre Club.
Next up, we invite on stage Anisha Bharti, General Secretary, Xavier's Youth Parliament, to declare the Parliament open.
No heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and eternity. It's so true that God is with us wherever we go, and this quote shows us that God is especially with us when we are brave enough to go after our dreams. Explicitly written by Paulo Coelho. Greetings everyone, esteemed dignitaries, members of the management, learned mentors, faculty members and rising stars of Xavier's. I, Anisha Bharti, stand in front of you with immense honor to open the very first season of Xavier's Youth Parliament, Youth Today, Leaders Tomorrow. A thought into an idea into a plan into a purpose, and finally the purpose into this event. The transition was not frictionless, neither was it tranquil. I still remember when I and my colleague, the Deputy General Secretary of Xavier's Youth Parliament, used to have long discussions on how to get things done. But at the same time, we used to be flushed with endless questions that whether we'll succeed in our venture, whether we'll be able to abide by our responsibilities, whether we'll be capable enough to meet the expectations of our mentors. Then, our exact second thought used to be the famous lines by Shri Harivansh Rai Bachchan. जब नाव जल में छोड़ दी, तूफान में ही मोड़ दी, दे दी चुनौती सिंधु को, फिर धार क्या, मझधार क्या. We are here to witness the political awareness and deliberation skills of people like you and me, the lifeline of our nation, the booster pill of our economy, the youth. Rightly said by the famous Greek philosopher Aristotle in his book, The Politics, the man is naturally a political animal. The purpose of having this event organized in our premises is not to disseminate any unethical or illegal practice among the members, but to foster the idea of building strong opinions, to empower the youth for taking stern stands on what is right and what is constitutional. Let us raise our concerns towards the nation and our economy. Let us show them all what is the true meaning of a parliament. I must thank our principal, our vice principal, our guide, Father Sherry, our mentors, especially Chaudhary sir, Ashok sir, Anurag sir, and Mario sir, initiate endless seasons of Xavier's Youth Parliament. Batches will change, the faces will change, but the show must go on, my dear juniors. And here, the agendas are already announced, the portfolios are allotted. And the only thing left to be done is to open the floor for deliberation. I, Anisha Bharti, as the General Secretary, declare the very first season of Xavier's Youth Parliament open. Thank you everyone. Jai Xavier's, Jai Bharat.
May we now invite on stage Mr. Abhishek Anand, Assistant Professor, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, to take us further with the parliamentary simulation and declare the division of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha.
वीर रस के सबसे प्रखर कवि रामधारी सिंह दिनकर जी ने कहा है कि संसद वह स्थान है जो देश की दिशा और दशा दोनों तय करता है. Good morning to one and all. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this maiden edition of Youth Parliament organized by St. Xavier's College of Management and Technology, Patna. As the host college, we are delighted to have with us participants from other premium institutions like Patna Women's College, Vanijya Mahavidyalaya, International School of Management, and St. Catherine's Collegiate School, to name a few. The Youth Parliament is a unique platform with a vision to engage and enlighten the youth of the country to understand politics and functioning of the Parliament, the highest decision-making body of the country. The Youth Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, aims at acquainting the youth with the practices and procedures of Parliament, techniques of discussion and debate, developing leadership qualities, spirit of self-discipline, tolerance of diverse opinions, and healthy competition, inculcating among youth the art and skill of effective oratory, righteous expression of views, and other virtues of a democratic way of life in them. I am sure the participants will have fruitful proceedings and enriching deliberations. It is now time to announce the names of delegates for Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. I will start with Lok Sabha first. From Patna Women's College, we have Vaishnavi Suman as Sonia Gandhi, Shaili Singh as Mohammad Javed, Ayushi Jha as Dimple Yadav, and Nishu Kumari as Supriya Sule. Kritika Agarwal as Gaurav Gogoi, Naila Taksin as Anupriya Patel, Samsul Arfin as Arjun Munda, Shamal Anand as Manoj Tiwari, Varsha Kumari as Kiran Kher, Aspriya Dubey as Mamta Banerjee, Adiba Noor as Shatrughan Sinha, Nivedita Sharma as Dr. S. Jaishankar, Anuja as Dharmendra Pradhan, Ranjan Kumar as Chirag Paswar, Vishal Kumar as Anurag Thakur, and Sachin Kumar as Nirmala Sitaraman. I request the volunteers to kindly escort them to Ginobili Hall. From A+ classes, we have Kavya Raj as Rahul Gandhi. And from Blue Bells Academy, we have Shaurya Aditya as Jayant Sinha. Moving on to Rajya Sabha. From Patna Women's College, we have Vaishnavi Sinha as Narendra Modi, Anushka Harsh as Nitin Gadkari, Saloni Kumari as Sushil Kumar Modi, Reshmi Shikha as JP Nadda, Sajal Shraddha as Bhupendra Yadav, Suryamani Kumari as Jyotiraditya Sindhya, Payal Kumari as P. Chitambram. From our college, that is St. Xavier's College of Management and Technology, we have, Ankit Prakash from St. Catherine's as Kailash Soni, Aryan Gupta from St. Xavier's College as Amit Shah, Ayushi is as Kapil Sibal, Prajwal Mishra is as Raghav Chandra and Anmol is as Digvijay Singh. Moving on to Vanijya Mahavidyalaya, we have Pragya Shri as Nirmala Sitharaman, Ajit Kumar as Piyush Goyal and Krishna Kumar as Sharad Pawar. From PN College, we have Anubhav Barnwal as Mallikarjun Kharge. From International School of Management, we have Harsh Raj as Dr. S. Jaishankar.
Will only say present. Alright? Shall we begin? Dimple Yadav, present and voting. Rahul Gandhi, voting. Gaurav Gogoi, present and voting. Anupriya Patel, Smriti Irani, present and voting. Jayant Sinha, present and voting. Manoj Tiwari, present and voting. Amit Shah, present and voting. Nitin Gadkari, present and voting. Narendra Modi, present and voting. Sonia Gandhi, present and voting. Rajnath Singh, present and voting. Kiran Kher, present and voting. Anurag Thakur, present and voting. So before getting on with our oath, let me clarify this. Delegates, ये लोक सभा है. यहाँ उतनी formalities नहीं होंगी. Use of unparliamentary words is strictly prohibited, but at the same time, you can crack some humor at least. Make this committee a lively one. I'm going to start with the oath. After I say I, you will have to take the name of your portfolio. Alright? I request everyone to kindly stand. I, Narendra Damodar Das, having been elected a member of the lower house of the youth parliament, do swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, and that I will faithfully discharge the duty upon which I am about to enter. The opening session, you will be giving opening remark and you will get 60 seconds for that. You will get half an hour of private session. After that, we will resume in the 0 hour. Before that, you will get 10 minutes of lobbying. And after the 0 hour, you will get half an hour for closing remark. Anyone from the opposition?
Honorable Speaker Madam and esteemed delegates of the committee, I, S. Jaishankar, would like to propose this motion for the opening session of total time being 60 minutes.
Opening and closing time of 60 minutes, individual speakers' time of 60 seconds.
We have 24 total delegates in this committee. That was a human error. We can take the motions again. Who would like to raise the motion?
I, Prime Minister Narendra Damodar Das Modi, would like to raise a motion for the opening session of total time being 34 minutes.
I, S. Jaishankar, would like to propose this motion for the opening session for total time being of 30 minutes and individual speakers' time being 1.5 minutes.
I, Shashi Thakur, would like to raise a motion for opening and closing time of 24 minutes and individual speakers' time being 60 seconds.
30 minutes, 90 minutes, 30 minutes and
24.
24 minutes. Those against the motion say nay. Nay. Those in the favor of the first motion for 34 minutes, raise the placards please.
Ma'am, how can you vote for hers?
You have the nays have it, the nays have it, the nays have it, and so those in the favor of the motion for 30 minutes, raise their placards please. Those in opposition of the motion of 30 minutes, raise their placards please. The nays have it, the nays have it, the nays have it. Those not in the favor of the motion of 24 minutes, raise their placards please. Sir, how can you vote for twice? You were in the favor of that motion and against that motion.
I was favored in the first motion.
The ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Okay, so we'll be having open can start with the ruling party. Honorable Prime Minister, would you like to start or would you like to end?
Honorable Madam Speaker and the esteemed delegates of this committee, I, Subramaniam Jai Shankar, the Minister of External Affairs, Government of Bharat, stand before you all with this heated topic of the hour, the Agnipath scheme. I, being the Foreign Minister, have worked in embassies and have observed that the countries who have been implementing schemes like these have been doing exceptionally well. And in fact, I would like to bring it to the notice of the committee that some of the countries like China and South Korea have even made it compulsory. I would like to quote the Article 55 of the People's Republic of China that it is a sacred duty of every citizen to defend his or her motherland and resist invasion. Then why, as we Indians, are crying about it? There is nothing much to be debated about this topic. This topic leaves less to be debated, and if we are still going to go about it, then I, S. Jaishankar, would like to propose this motion for the opening session that we form a committee to analyze the status of countries with the similar schemes like Agnipath Yojana and how it can be implemented in India to give fruitful results.
Any points on the floor?
I, Shashi Tharoor, wants to counter ma'am.
Apart from point of information, any other point on the floor?
I, Supriya Sule, have a point of information.
Apart from point of information, any other points on the floor?
My dear worthy Member of Parliament ma'am, you are comparing China with India. You are saying that other countries like China, Russia and Israel are recruiting soldiers for 3 years tenure, 2 years tenure and 4 years tenure. Western countries have adapted yoga in order to grow, and you are adapting, you are just doing a comparative analysis on the basis of only that comparative analysis. You are saying this scheme is good, this Agnipath scheme is good.
Dear Shashi Tharoorji, I would like to point out that there is no offense or any problem in gaining good insights from people that are doing the work. And in fact, I would say that when you raise the point of yoga, it is our positive point that they are implemented. So why not we implement their positive points? In fact, that is the whole point that we started the G20. It is one earth, one family and one future.
So you are talking about gaining the goods from other countries.
You want me to follow up?
I want to counter point of information.
So you want me to follow up?
Yeah.
Supriya Sule.
Alright.
Honorable Foreign Minister explained it very well, but I want a clarification by Honorable Defence Minister that this particular scheme has, so our Foreign Minister said that we want to be at par with the developed nations like Russia and China. How can we just compete in terms of military? I mean, see the unemployment rate and the Agnipath scheme. It says that it gives 4-year employment to the youths. And normally, it takes 7 to 8 hours to become a fully trained combat ready soldier. So how we are going to tackle them with just 6 months of training? The scheme is self-contradicting.
I would like to bring it to the notice of the committee that she talked about unemployment and we are giving 10% reservation to these people who will be coming out as Agniveers. Apart from that, there will be the MOU signed by the IGNOU for the certificate, diploma and degrees. China and Pakistan, they have been doing well, and Pakistan, of course, our defense to be strong. The whole objective, if you study about this Agnipath scheme, we have seen that the budget of the pension is being cut to raise the defense, that is the modernization of the weapons.
Ma'am, as she has changed the statements and raised the information, I want to raise the point of information again. I'm saying as she changed the statements and the motion has raised, coming to a different direction, I want to raise the point of information again.
Sorry, we should not divert one another direction. One more I would like to cover, sir. As sir, you are talking about the employment. Excuse me, ma'am. We only have 2 POIs per speaker. Already have 2 POIs, and now we have another speaker.
Honorable Thakur, ma'am.
All right.
Ma'am, I would like to answer Ms. Supriya Sule. Ma'am, so as we all have seen in the war of 1962. In 1962 war, madam, we have a lot of manpower, but we are shortage from military equipments like bullets and rifles. So, from this Agnipath scheme, the target of government is we have limited manpower but full of resources and full of modernized and digitalized equipments. So, we have 5,25,000 crores budget and we have to manage all these things. In 5.25 lakh crore budgets, we are expanding a lot of budgets in pension and salaries. इस सिचुएशन में मैम हम अपने हथियारों को मॉडर्नाइज नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, सेना की जरूरतों को फिल नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। हमारे पास दो रास्ते हैं, एक तो हम पुराने सोल्जर्स वाली स्कीम्स को चलाकर अपने देश के आंतरिक सुरक्षा को कमजोर कर दे, या तो इस अग्निपथ जैसे स्कीम्स को लाकर अपने देश के आंतरिक सुरक्षा को, बाहरी सुरक्षा को मजबूत बनाए रखें और हम पूरे देशवासियों को प्रोटेक्ट कर सकें। एक छोटा सा रिमार्क करूंगा, सेना जो है वो कमाई का साधन नहीं है, दिस इज नॉट द मीन ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट। सो बहुत संक्षेप में मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ कि हमारा तिरंगा जो है वो हवाओं से नहीं लहराता है, ये सैनिकों के सांसों से लहराता है। कारगिल वार के दौरान हमने देखा कि हमारे जो सोल्जर्स थे, बहादुर सोल्जर्स थे, वो लैंडमाइन लेके टैंक्स के नीचे कूद रहे थे ताकि हम सबको बचाया जा सके। उन्हें मॉडर्नाइज्ड एंड कैपेबल वेपन्स चाहिए। और मैम इसका विरोध भी कौन लोग कर रहे हैं? इसका विरोध वो लोग कर रहे हैं।
I, Mohammed Javed of INC, wants to raise a question here. Is that?
Excuse me, ma'am, you have a point of information, right?
The opposition can take that side and the government can see this side. No?
Let's say a question from Anurag Thakur from BJP. He talked that we need to spend more on the defense sector so that we have modern equipments and or not reduce, not give the pension at all. So I want to ask you how you can belittle the economic anxieties of people, especially those who come from rural areas, are not much economically stronger and they are totally dependent on military. And you cannot relate economic anxiety, you cannot relate the alternative of nationalism by saying that the pension is not required. There are many people who come from the rural areas and they are totally dependent on military. So how can you belittle their economic anxiety by bringing up this pension rate?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं आपको ये क्लियर कर दूं कि जो सोल्जर्स हमारे यहाँ आए हुए हैं अग्निपथ स्कीम, उन्हें ऐसा नहीं है कि हम 4 साल बाद वापस भेज दे रहे हैं कि आप अपने गांव में जाइए खेती बाड़ी कीजिए, जो करना है कीजिए। वी आर स्पेंडिंग अप्रोक्स 60 to 70 लाख रुपीस पर कैंडिडेट इन देयर ट्रेनिंग एंड देयर अपस्किलिंग मैन। सो वी आर गिविंग देम अप्रोक्स 12 लाख रुपीस ऑफ रिटायरमेंट एंड अप टू 18 लाख रुपीस फॉर लोन। वी आर गिविंग देम a graduation certificates. So this is not that. And one more thing, man. Various corporate houses like Mahindra Groups and Goenka Groups and other big corporates are inviting them to join them, and we are also giving them up to 10% reservation in other soldiers and other services, man.
He said that after retirement they get 12 lakhs, but it actually 11.71 lakhs.
Yeah. And I said approximately lakhs.
You cannot have it. Sir, as you said that you spend rupees 6 to 7 lakh per candidate in their
60 to 70 lakhs per candidate, man.
All right, mail me that article. Another point of information on floor.
I would like to counter, sir. Now, this is not Shankar Sinha.
Alright.
Schemes like this have been implemented all over the world, like for example America and all other, like for example Israel. But what happened there कि वहाँ पर ना, मैं अमेरिका की एग्जाम्पल लेती हूँ, वहाँ पर 11% लोग उसमें से वो लोग हैं जो अंडर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट काम कर रहे थे, and the scheme is just same as ours. This is one of the counters. आप इसकी बात करें, स्किल्स की बात कर रहे थे, इसमें यहाँ पर आप there is no marketable skills. जो सेना में जो आप ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं, क्या आप गारंटी देते हैं कि वो स्किल्स आपको किसी भी प्राइवेट कंपनी में या फिर पब्लिक कंपनी में काम देगी?
As we all know that the Indian Army is the most disciplined army in the world. So as we all know that discipline is the very key factor for the corporates. So we are observing that the corporate houses are not giving any employment opportunities for the students who are doing their education from distance and open board. So in Indian Army, because the trends have been changed from last time, So we have a lot of salesmen. We are creating digital cyber sales, we are creating digital sales, mechanical sales. We are upskilling our soldiers in multiple sections. Yes.
We cannot take any points further because we have already had 2 points in this opposition. Okay, ma'am.
Greetings, senior ma'am and my dear delegates.
The last speaker was from ruling party.
Yeah, we are supposed to speak on. This house of people, this lower house, is always being served as a platform to, bring change, transformation, development. The most important is development. And I don't understand when it became a shopping center. Have you ever seen a government job is, promoted and sold by the ministers? Like in college of 48 lakhs. No government jobs have been sold like this. I believe that there's no place of this scheme. First of all, I wanted to raise a point of order that he said you will be given a graduation certificate. That's equivalent to 12th certificate. That's not was a graduation certificate. And I believe every one of you is aware that if you're not having 75% of attendance in any institution, educational institution, you're not eligible to give exams. And you are giving this 12th certificate and expecting the Agniveers to take admission in graduation to perform mediocre.
Be any member of the committee, you will have to raise your placard and raise a point of order. You have to raise the point of order, alright? So, any other point apart from point of information on the floor? Any points on the floor apart from point of information?
जैसा कि सचिव थरूर जी ने बताया कि ये इक्विवेलेंट टू 12th होगा। सर कहाँ लिखा है कि ये इक्विवेलेंट टू 12th होगा? If the soldier
don't have to raise your volume like this.
Okay,
Sorry.
so if the soldier resigns in first year, after 1 year of job, so he will get the certificates of diploma after he resigns after 2 or 3 years, then he will get the complete graduation certificate. And one more thing, ma'am. इन्होंने बताया कि किसी मंत्री को देखा है क्या जॉब प्रमोट करते हुए, तो किसी मंत्री को देखा है क्या ऑफर्स?
सर आप अपना सोर्स बता दीजिए जहाँ से आपने वो सर्टिफिकेट में बात बनाई।
I have collected this from gov.in.
That is wrong, ma'am.
Did I ask you? Any point of information on the floor for Dr. Shashi Tharoor? Honorable Prime Minister.
मेरे प्रिय मित्र शशि थरूर जी ने बहुत अच्छे से कहा कि कोई बेचा नहीं जा सकता। पर चलिए मैं आपको कुछ चीजें बता ही देती हूँ, सदन में सबका ध्यान चाहती हूँ यहाँ पे कि जब भी कोई नई चीज लाई जाती है, जब 90 के दशक में LPG लिबरलाइजेशन, प्राइवेटाइजेशन, ग्लोबलाइजेशन लाया गया तो देश में मौजूद बिजनेसमैन और ऐसे लोगों को, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को कहा गया कि आप भी इन्हें अपनाइए और इसे अपने देश में लाइए, एक्सेप्ट कीजिए और इस देश को आगे बढ़ाइए। जब भी कोई नया चीज, कोई चेंज लाई जाती है, ये सरकार का, मीडिया का, इनफैक्ट ऑल द 4 पिलर्स का धर्म है कि वो देश को अवगत कराए अपनी हर एक चीज मैं कह रही हूँ कि मैं इस देश की प्रधानमंत्री हूँ और मैं चाहती हूँ कि मेरा देश इसमें स्वेच्छा से भाग ले। This Republic of India is not forcing its youth to come and join Agnipath scheme. This Republic of India is actually persuading people of similar faith, of nationality to come and join the army under this particular scheme.
नरेंद्र मोदी जी आपका सवाल था।
Actually, I wanted more time.
तो सवाल पूछिए, कंक्लूड करके जल्दी से सवाल पूछिए।
I request the chair to please cross check it. दूसरा कि ऐसा नहीं है कि बेचा जा रहा है और लाया के ये किया जा रहा है. I would want you to rephrase what you have said. And my question to you is that you made a remark कि can you please quote the things that you have said from the source once again? I would request.
What exactly? Which point you are talking about?
You have put certain data. Can you please repeat it?
Sir, please that certificate.
I just remember I don't have it actually.
You remember you don't have it.
Yeah.
So actually,
I see no point.
न्यूज़पेपर से देख रहा है।
मैम वो आप अपने दिमाग में ऐड कर सकते हैं। अगर कुछ सवाल करने हैं तब आप कर सकते
ओके, शायद देश को बेचा जा रहा है, काइंड ऑफ, जो सर कहना चाह रहे थे।
हो। We have a convener here.
सर अविनाश चित्ते एक ये एयरफोर्स के चीफ हैं, जो चीफ रह चुके हैं, उन्होंने कहा है कि इंडिया टाइम्स में ये उनका क्या कहा गया है कि इट्स नॉट विद द लिटिल breeze killing the radar technique who beneficiary on the electronic machine could learn to repair computers, mobiles. He might go to the manufacture them too. Very wide sectors like technologies, or if we go for a naval, if the things that we learn from there, we can do in other companies like manufacture them too. And other things like, and also Ministry of Home Affairs announced 10% of reservation for Agniveer in CAFS and Armed Forces. CFS, the term as Central Armed Police Forces, and other also that those who graduates from this get 50% credit service in train taxes. Okay. Yes, sir. Last one. And other states CMs like Yogi Adityanath from UP and Assam, Hemant Biswa Sarma, and Uttarakhand, Pushkar Dhami give 75% of reservation to those who go for Agnipath scheme. I just want to ask you that how can you say that it is the way to just give, sell the country, or the things that you are saying that it's just a portfolio to exaggerate the thing, but it's not as you said. वो कह रहे थे ना कि वो जैसे कि ये एक ऐसा दिखावटी है और ये कंट्री को बेचा जा रहा है. हाउ कैन यू से मैम इतनी वास्ट हमारी वो पॉपुलेशन.
Alright, so you want justification? Yes, right. Alright, so please.
Thank you.
Whatever things I have quoted that the ruling party is trying to sell this scheme, the things you have been mentioning that you will get this, was already been there. Our children were, getting into the central schools before the Agniveer schemes also, Agnipath scheme also. The things you are talking about, the salaries you are talking about, the amount after the serving tenure you are talking about, these things were already there, isn't it? These things were already there. And you all the ruling parties are yourself contradictory with each other. One is saying that we need we need people who can use modern technologies, right? And on the another hand, she is saying that what was your point, ma'am? That in Agnipath scheme we are giving the trainings of the modernization equipments. How to use UPI, and you are underestimating the age of UPI.
There's a request to the delegates. Keep your POI questions short and answers even shorter.
I, Rajnath Singh, Finance Minister, want to remind you all that since our government has formed, India's security has been our first priority. We have consistently increased our defense budget. As of 2022, India's defense budget stood at $81.4 billion. India's defense budget stood at $81.4 billion, trailing behind US, China and Russia. India is the country with the most youth population in the world, but the average age of the armed forces below office ranks is 32. In order to reduce this average age, we have come with a scheme called Agnipath. It will recruit youths between the age group of 17.5 and 21. They will serve for 4 years, 6 months training and 3.5 years deployment, and will be called Agniveers. For the first year, they will get 4.76 lakhs, rupees 6.92 lakhs for the fourth year, and after 4 years, they will get a total of 11.71 lakhs. It will help our India to be strong and equipped defense.
You were right in time. Any other points apart from point of information on floor? Apart from point of information?
She said that in the first year they get the amount something in lakhs. Can you repeat the number? Because that is.
Can you please quote the data again?
4.76 lakhs. So in the first year they get 30,000, and by the end of the fourth year they get 40,000.
central government data.
From which website?
PIB.
Ma'am, from yours? Alright, thank you. Ma'am, would you like to counter us?
PO. Actually, I would like to remind you, and maybe it's actually basic sense, that she was quoting the data that will be given as an annual package.
No, she
She said that 30,000 will be given monthly, and you were saying something in that.
something in lakhs, and I mentioned that 30,000 will be given monthly. She
So
didn't
it's
even
basic.
talk about monthly salary.
Don't have a dispute among yourselves.
What I wanted to say is that it's basic common sense that monthly packages are being quoted when it comes to 30,000, and it's annual package when we talk about LPAs, it's actually lakhs per annum. That's why I raised a PO.
Monthly data, right?
That's why I wanted to correct the delegate.
Sorry, any point of information on floor? Ma'am,
I am not.
So my question to you is, the candidates appointed under Agnipath scheme will not get any pension. But why isn't the pension of the politicians being cut? If a politician is an MP or an MLA for even 1 term, they get why does a politician can't be Agnipath scheme?
So are you ready to cut your pension?
Yes, ma'am.
You are? Mohammed Javed.
So here I would like to contradict on that budget part, that you quoted that this is for the reduction of the budget, right? Is it really helping the Agniveers? Like that the budget, the cutting of the budget is beneficial for the national government. But what about the security of the Agniveers? They at the end of this all 4-year tenure, if they are not selected in the 25% quota, they will given 11.7 lakhs as a compensation. But are they really aware and have that endeavor to use that? Are they really aware that how to use that 11.7 crore? What is a guarantee that even if you are giving that 11.7 lakh to them, they will have the employment security?
After the retirement, we are giving them reservation, and the money they will get, they can capitalize it. And India is a developing country, and we want entrepreneurship the most. So I think that it will give them the security.
Next speaker, please, from the opposition.
The pot of the gold at the end of rainbow that has traditionally come hand in hand with army service is pension, or say, a promise of stable income that provides food on the table and a roof over the head long after retirement. But unfortunately, for Agniveers, this ultimate financial benefit is available to only 25% of their number. What the makers behind this radical policy is not getting that India is at that situation where policymakers can no longer take unemployment for granted, especially after the months after the railway recruitment board changed its eligibility qualification, leaving lakhs of aspirants high and dry, especially after knowing that in rural India, military employment is a vital resource for young people who are willing to undergo 4 years of training mentally and physically in the hopes of being recruited. Also, there must have been the reason why they have implemented this scheme. Let me guess that. Maybe because of the partial fulfillment of clearing the long pending backlog of 1 million jobs in government departments, which is being presented as the creation of seems buried deep between the sentences and promises and is not taking care of the reality of unemployment which is currently going on in the country.
Any points on the point of information?
जैसे आपने ये कहा ना कि ये एम्प्लॉयमेंट जो दे रहा है वो शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए होगा, उससे कुछ बाद में बेनिफिशियल नहीं होगा, जो भी आपने कहा उसका बस no entire मतलब so which real motto that you want to say that why the scheme is revolving around the
I mentioned about what are the drawbacks.
जो हमारी वाइड पॉपुलेशन है उसमें इतने सारे लोग हैं और एक साथ सबको फीड
करना बहुत मुश्किल है।
अब मॉम्स की आइडियोलॉजी है, वो इनकी आइडियोलॉजी, आप किसी की आइडियोलॉजी को गलत सही नहीं कह सकते। अगर डेटा कोट हुआ है वो गलत है, कोई यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ है वो गलत है, तब आप पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर रेज करें। अंडरस्टूड कमिटी? एनी अदर पॉइंट ऑन फ्लोर अपार्ट फ्रॉम पॉइंट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन? 4 सेशंस बाकी है, सब लोग अपने पॉइंट्स बचा के रखें।
मैं बोल रही कि प्राइवेट जनरेशन कर रहा है, तो प्राइवेट जनरेशन कर रहा है, लेकिन ये इससे एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट कर देता है, क्योंकि हम 4 साल के लिए तो यूथ को एम्प्लॉयमेंट दे देते हैं, लेकिन फिर से जैसे ही एग्रीकल्चर स्कीम खत्म करते हैं, जॉब कंप्लीट करते हैं, उसके बाद फिर उनको अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का सामना करना पड़ता है।
उसकी वजह है ना सर प्लीज आप तो ये पोर्टफोलियो सर प्लीज भी अभी लाओ।
जैसा कि कांग्रेस की वरिष्ठ नेता सोनिया गांधी ने बेरोजगारी का मुद्दा उठाया, 4 वर्ष बाद केवल 25% लोगों को नौकरी मिलेगी, बाकी सब बेरोजगार होंगे। तो मैं ये बताना चाहूँगा और उसके बाद पसंद करूँगा, जो रडार टेक्नीशियन है वो एयरलाइन इंडस्ट्री में जा सकते हैं, नेवल सोल्जर मर्चेंट शिप्स में काम कर सकते हैं। वैसे ही भारत सरकार ने कुछ स्कीम्स लाई हैं, इसकी एक स्कीम है जिसमें 3 ईयर डिग्री प्रोग्राम, इसमें 50% ऑफ द कोर्स आपको वो 6 महीने की ट्रेनिंग देगी जो आपको अग्निपथ स्कीम के दौरान दिया जाता है। उसके बाद बची हुई 50% ट्रेनिंग आपको वहाँ से निकलने के बाद वेरियस कोर्सेज को करने से मिलेगी। वैसे ही और सारी चीज़ें, जैसे कि महिंद्रा ग्रुप ने कहा है, टाटा ग्रुप ने कहा है कि अग्निपथ स्कीम के लोगों को वो एम्प्लॉयमेंट ज़्यादा दें। तो मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि जब इतना कुछ हुआ है तो उसके बाद आप कैसे कह सकते हैं कि निकलने के बाद अनएम्प्लॉयड ही नहीं है।
निकलने के बाद वो उनको एम्प्लॉयमेंट ज़्यादा देंगे, तो मैं एक एग्जांपल बताना चाहती हूँ। जो मिलिट्री पर्सनल 15 साल के बाद रिटायर होकर आता है, आज की डेट में उनको जब अच्छी नौकरी नहीं मिल पाती, 4 साल के बाद क्या गारंटी है कि उनको एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिल जाए जब 15 साल के बाद मिलिट्री पर्सनल को नहीं मिल पाई?
I want to ask her that she said कि 4 साल के बाद कोई मतलब पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है कि वो किसी आगे फील्ड में अच्छा कर पाएंगे या नहीं कर पाएंगे। लाइक कैन आई आस्क दैट शी
या मिलेगी, गारंटी है, वो गारंटी। सो आई काउंटेड इट बाय सेइंग दैट जो 15 साल के बाद मिलिट्री पर्सनल रिटायर होकर आते हैं, जब उनकी गारंटी नहीं है तो जो 4 साल के बाद आएंगे उनकी गारंटी कैसे?
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm not continuing, but we have our vice principal from ruling party, another speaker from ruling party.
मैं नितिन गडकरी अग्निपथ पे अपना पॉइंट रखना चाहता हूँ। अग्निपथ स्कीम के बारे में जैसा अभी सब बोल रहे थे कि ये स्कीम सेना को पीछे ले जाएगी, पर हमारा सरकार का ऐसा मानना है कि अग्निपथ स्कीम सेना को मॉडर्नाइज करेगी। भारत सरकार का बजट का आधा से ज़्यादा हिस्सा पेंशन में चला जाता है। हम लोग 2015-16 में 60,237 करोड़ रुपए पेंशन में दे रहे थे, जबकि कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर 71,675 करोड़ रुपए हुआ करता था। कि अगर हम सेना के पेंशन पे खर्चा कम करके अगर हम उनके मॉडर्नाइजेशन पे खर्चा ज़्यादा करें तो हमारे सेना के लाइफ जो अभी हमारे सैनिक अपना जान गंवा रहे हैं वो कम हो जाएगा।
Respected chairperson and respected sir and parliament, सर ने जैसे कि कोट किया कि हमारे बजट में इतने इशू आ रहे हैं और उस वजह से हमने इस बजट इशू को ध्यान में रख के जो भी उन्होंने कोट किया बजट को सेट किया था। पर मैं इनसे पूछना चाहती हूँ, क्या हमारा बजट मिनिस्ट्री इतना कमजोर है कि फालतू के खर्चे कम करके वो इन सब अग्निवीर को उनके हक का पैसा?
मैं बोल रहा हूँ मिनिस्ट्री फालतू के खर्चे क्यों नहीं करी। हमारी सरकार में हमने केपेक्स को पिछली सरकार से 3 गुना बढ़ा दिया है।
उन्हें मैं ये बताना चाहती हूँ, ये देश जितना आपका है उतना हमारा भी है, तो अगर कोई अच्छी स्कीम आएगी तो हम उसका सपोर्ट जरूर करेंगे। एट द स्टेक ऑफ पेंशंस, वो भी हमारे सोल्जर्स का, इट विल हिट द बेसिक एथोस ऑफ नाम, नमक एंड निशान। सेकेंड पॉइंट मैम, they are saying that we will give guarantee that the soldiers will get, the Agniveers will get the jobs after they retire. From last year, Agniveer operator Gawate Akshay Lakshman He laid down his life in operations in Siachen Glacier, the highest battlefield in the world. And 6 month की ट्रेनिंग और 7 से 8 साल की ट्रेनिंग जो एक नॉर्मल रेगुलर कार्डर को चाहिए होती है, and they are deploying these young soldiers in the international border. So it is not only harming the security. Just 1 minute.
No, we cannot take it further. You have any point of information on floor?
उसका एक कारण है 2017 से लेकर 2020 तक हम लोग जितना अपने मॉडर्नाइजेशन खर्चा कर रहे थे उससे ज्यादा खर्चा हम लोग अपने पेंशन अपने सोल्जर्स के पेंशन पे कर रहे थे। सोल्जर्स जॉबलेस हो जाएंगे, वो जॉबलेस नहीं होंगे, उनके हाथ में 11,07,000 रुपए देंगे, वो अपने काम को आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं। 10% रिजर्वेशन दिया जाए आसाम कोर्स में, तो ये क्यों हर बार क्यों कहा जा रहा है कि वो जब जॉबलेस हो रहे हैं, वो जॉबलेस नहीं हो रहे हैं, उन्हें रिजर्वेशन भी दिया जा रहा है, उन्हें पैसे भी दिए जा रहे हैं।
नॉर्मल जो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट हम देख सकते हैं इंडिया का, वो कम नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो इसकी क्या गारंटी है कि जो अग्निवीर है उनको जॉब मिलेगा?
एक बहुत बड़ी गलती कर दी मैडम सुप्रिया सुले ने। मैं चेयरपर्सन आपके द्वारा इस सदन को, खासकर हमारी प्रिय मित्र सुप्रिया सुले को ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि आपकी सरकार के किए हुए ब्लंडर को बहुत अच्छे से ठीक किया है आपने। ये अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़ रहा है, हाँ बढ़ रहा है, 7-10 साल इसमें रिपोर्ट आते हैं, कभी 6% बढ़ता है, कभी 7% बढ़ता है। हर साल जो मिनिस्ट्रीज हैं इनका ये रखते हैं कि कितना परसेंट पे हम एक क्या कहते हैं एक सेट किया जाता है कि यहाँ पे इससे ज़्यादा कम या ऊपर होगा तो देन इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ कंसर्न। आपने कहा कि घट रहा है। सवाल ये है कि इन्होंने सीधा काफ़ी शर्मनाक है खैर कि इन्होंने सीधा सवाल कर दिया नाम नमक और निशान पे। आर्मी विल कंटिन्यू to retain its rich legacy, history, tradition, the cohesiveness, camaraderie and spirit of the corps. आपने कहा नाम निशान में सवाल उठ रहे हैं। मेरा सवाल आपसे है कि आपको शर्म नहीं आई एक बार उनके बारे में सोचते?
हम जैसा कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा, जॉब पे क्यों बात कर रहे हैं मैम? तो फिर हम लोग बस ऐसे ही नेशनलिज्म पे बात नहीं कर सकते, प्रैक्टिकल भी होना पड़ेगा हमें। जो बस 4 साल की ट्रेनिंग में नॉर्मली एक हवलदार बनने के लिए 7 से 8 साल लग जाते हैं, और एक जो नॉर्मल अग्निवीर बनेगा, तो क्या ये दोनों में एक डिस्क्रिपेंसी नहीं क्रिएट करेगा?
Please cut your content short because we are running short of time.
Honorable Speaker Madam, at the esteemed delegates, I, Manoj Tiwari, Ministry of Affairs of Sports and Youth. So, my take on this agenda is that it's very beneficial for the youth as the Agniveer will be given an attractive customized monthly package along with risk and hardship allowances as applicable in the 3 services. This will help the armed forces profile to be youthful and dynamic. There will be availability of well-disciplined and skilled youth with military ethos in civil society. They will be given ₹11.71 lakh from which no tax will be deducted. Apart from this, they will be given ₹48 lakh life insurance also. और वो लोग अपने देश के लिए सेवा कर रहा है, तो वो लोग बहुत कॉमन चीज है, वो लोग सिविल सोसाइटी में भी आएगा, वो लोग सपोर्ट करेंगे, सोसाइटी के अपलिफ्टमेंट में मदद करेंगे।
सर, मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है कि हम प्रैक्टिकल बातें क्यों नहीं करते? आप बोल रहे हैं कि इसकी ऐसा कभी हुआ नहीं है, बट क्या आप इसकी गारंटी दे सकते हैं कि आगे भी ऐसा नहीं होगा?
I, Gaurav Gogoi, Deputy Leader of Opposition from IMC. Madam, this scheme is very declining towards the youth of our country.
किसी के पास इतना पैकेज है, किसी के पास इतना वेल्थ है, किसी के पास इतना इनकम है, तो obviously he can become an entrepreneur and he can do whatever he would like to.
जो हम लोग ऑलरेडी काम कर रहे हैं या फिर कोई भी बिजनेसमैन आजकल अगर हम लोग देखते हैं तो हमारा मार्केट इतना गिरा हुआ है कि वो बहुत स्ट्रगल करते हैं फाइनेंशियली। बिजनेस एंटरप्रेन्योर्स कोई भी बिजनेसमैन को अपना डायनेस्टी खड़ा करने के लिए बहुत स्ट्रगल करना पड़ता है।
मैडम, जैसा कि गौरव गवर्नमेंट में अभी बोले कि हमारा मार्केट गिरा हुआ है। मैडम, 10वें नंबर से 5वें नंबर का सबसे बड़ा व्यवस्था भारत का है। वर्ल्ड स्टॉक्स जितने भी शेयर मार्केट है उसमें से सबसे ज्यादा सबसे फास्ट इकोनॉमी
संसद में बैठे सभी सांसद, मैं ये बताना चाहूंगा कि अग्निपथ स्कीम में भारत सरकार और इंडियन आर्मी के लिए एक ऐसा माहौल बना है जिसमें वो पेंशन कम कर अपना डिफेंस कैपिटल बढ़ा सकते हैं। आप सर्विस के दौरान आपको 100% डिसेबिलिटी होता है तो आपको 100% डिसेबिलिटी होने पे आपको 44 लाख रुपए दिए जाएंगे, या फिर अगर 50% डिसेबिलिटी होता है तो 15 लाख रुपए दिए जाएंगे। क्या ये सब फायदा नहीं है? आर्मी सिर्फ फायदे के बारे में नहीं होता है, वो देश सेवा का एक भाव है।
शशि थरूर सर, आप कितने BOIs देंगे?
4 साल के आप सब एम्प्लॉयमेंट दे रहे हैं, ठीक है, अनएम्प्लॉयड रहेंगे, ठीक है, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का मतलब 4 साल जो आप पैसे दे रहे हैं, क्या क्या उसका गारंटी है कि उनके पास वो पर्टिकुलर स्किल है? दूसरी चीज क्या है कि कोई सिक्योरिटी, जॉब सिक्योरिटी नहीं है, वो पैसे कब तक चलाएंगे? आप लोग जो पैसे की दावा, जो कंपनसेशन का दावा कर रहे हैं, वो कब तक चलाएंगे वो लोग?
क्योंकि प्राइवेट सेक्शन लंबा चलेगा, तो जो कमेटी चाहेगी वही होगा। Those in favor of division say aye. Aye. Those against the division say nay. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it, and alright. So
Whatever new that comes out of the government, the communication is so abrupt and faulty pick up any scheme or reform, and it can be said that the plan sounds good but can't say anything about the exertion.
any point of information on floor?
तो क्या आप ये कहना चाहते हैं कि वो लोग जो दंगे फसाद कर रहे हैं, रेलवे की प्रॉपर्टी को बर्बाद कर रहे हैं, वो लोग एक अच्छे सोल्जर्स बन सकते हैं?
सर, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी कि क्या इसका प्रूफ है कि वो जो भी थे वो पेड थे? आपको पता है वो जो भी प्रोटेस्ट हुए थे उनमें मेजरली स्टूडेंट्स थे, और वो स्टूडेंट जो 2 साल से तैयारी कर रहे थे और
वहाँ के लोग एक नेता को इलेक्ट करते हैं, क्या बंगाल में तो कहानी से हम सब वाकिफ हैं, बट वहाँ के लोगों को जब इलेक्ट करवाया जाता है या करते हैं, लोग करते हैं, ये लोकतंत्र है तो हम कहते हैं कि चलिए लोग करते हैं, तो वो चाहते हैं कि उनका जो न्यायाधीश है वो उसके राजनेता के साथ मिलके लॉ एंड ऑर्डर बना के रखें। The protest happened in the Hindi speaking belt of UP, Bihar and Bengal majorly. UP being a ally of the central government had its own ways of dealing with it and it's famous.
Ma'am, we tried our best. Our police forces were totally into taking the they was trying to save the public property. But ma'am, अगर जो youth है अगर वो hurt होगा तो हम कितनों को रोकेंगे? हमारी सरकार
सबसे पहली बात किसी के आपके पास पुलिस और एक कंस्ट्रेंट होता है पुलिस का कि इतने ही लोग रहेंगे. You could have asked for CAPL. I see no data. Maybe if you have it, you can quote data that you didn't ask for central police forces to. आप obviously बात है पुलिस कितने लोगों को रोकेगी? आप और लोग बुलवाते? आप CRPF को आप सेंट्रल को गुहार लगाते कि हमें इतने लोग चाहिए क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ दंगे फसाद हो रहे हैं?
शशि थरूर जी,
शशि थरूर हॉस्पिटल POI sir.
who would like to go up next? All right.
They can start a new business or they can go for entrepreneurship, and rather than seeing about unemployment, because we should also see that younger soldiers would be fitter for and would be more able to operate for more operations.
Shashi Tharoor. All right, Shashi Tharoor. Sir, आप
धन्यवाद मैडम। अमित शाह जी ने कहा एंटरप्रेन्योर्स बनेंगे, सोल्जर कम एंटरप्रेन्योर, कितना सुंदर वर्ड लग रहा है, सोल्जर कम एंटरप्रेन्योर। आप सभी डेलीगेट्स, कोई BBA से होगा, कोई BCA से होगा, कोई BAGMC से होगा। मुझे अकाउंटिंग नहीं पढ़नी चाहता, तो आप 4 साल कुछ और पढ़ाइएगा और उनको फिर सोल्जर कम एंटरप्रेन्योर बनाइएगा, उनको कहिएगा आप गन चलाओ और फिर 11 लाख में सैलून खोल लेना।
That will be placed after 4 years, and they will also get a training. The youth will be more disciplined.
All right, I'm going to figure out what.
So आप बोल रही हैं कि आप फोर्स नहीं कर रही है सोल्जर्स को, बट हमारे कंट्री में अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट बहुत हाई है, जैसे कि CIME के डेटा ने कोट किया है 7.4%। अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट एंजाइटी तो है ना हमारे देश में, और
आप नहीं ले सकते, आप स्पीकर पे पॉइंट।
अध्यक्ष महोदय, सदन में बैठे सारे सांसद, this scheme roars. Yes, there it was of concerns, and I want to remind you all that this is not an absolute scheme and it has not been, made obsolete in the government right now. This is 2024, 2022 में शुरू हुआ. This is just a validation process of 4 years that we are undergoing. A scheme that which is undergoing a lot of observation. So ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर 4 साल बाद हमें कोई fruitful आउटकम नहीं दिखेगा तो हम इसको कंटिन्यू करेंगे। देश इतना ये देश का सत्ता हमारे हाथ में है, तो इसका मतलब ये है कि हम बेवकूफ तो नहीं है ये करने के।
जैसे कि इन्होंने अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का मेंशन किया डेटा, तो मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि इन्होंने कहा कि अब जब कोई स्कीम लाता है तो पहले उन्हें लाना है, फिर देखना है। अभी उन्होंने इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं किया, दे वर जस्ट एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग। हाँ, इंडिया का जो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट है उसको देख रहे हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि हम किसी चीज़ का एक्सपेरिमेंट करेंगे। तो हाउ कैन यू से दैट कि इस अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट पे जो इतना बढ़ता जा रहा है, भले जीडीपी ग्रो करी, लेकिन आप ये भी तो देखिए कि अमीर और गरीब के बीच गैप और डिफरेंट पॉइंट मेंशन किया। दैट इज नॉट
I definitely have a take on that. I'll mention a few sources actually. आपने कहा कि अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट सही बात है। आप एक बात बताइए, ये देश 75 साल से ज़्यादा का हो चुका है। आपका पूरा विपक्ष पूरे वक्त सिर्फ यही रो रहा था कि अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट बहुत है। सही बात है, बहुत अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है। दिस वॉज अ कंट्री ऑफ, मतलब जब ये देश 30 करोड़ का था आबादी की, तो सिर्फ 5% लोग पढ़े लिखे थे। और उस टाइम में इंदिरा गांधी जी ने एक्सपेरिमेंट कर लिया टीवी लाके। ये लोकतंत्र है, 140 करोड़ की आबादी है, और हम अपना यूनिटी एंड डाइवर्सिटी बहुत ये क्या कहते हैं, सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। एक्सपेरिमेंट्स आर नीडेड, एक्सपेरिमेंट्स ऐसे ही होते हैं। एंड दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट टाइम दैट even your government had very a lot of experiments they have done previously. So this is an experiment, and ऐसा नहीं कि regimental regime जो already पहले इसका जो आर्मी सिस्टम था, इसको टोटली उसका पूरा बहिष्कार करके उसको खत्म कर देगा। No, it's still there.